Welcome to Take Warning. It's back, baby. Today we got a non-sponsor today. You guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
And nobody even knows what it is besides me. So let's go.
Wait, are you going now?
Yeah, I'm going right now. Going right into the non-sponsor.
Wait, so you said hi, segue into non-sponsor immediately.
So you gotta bring us in first.
No, but this is a big sponsor, right? Or non-sponsor. This one's big. All right, so let's go. If you or anyone close to you have ever been elected to public office, today's non-sponsor can help you dispose of your illegal firearm. They can even pull security for you while you shake down foreign leaders. The restricted service is here to help you hide your criminal activities. Which leads me into today's first, last week, for anybody who was listening, I just dropped off the show, right? And so this is not connected to the non-sponsor in any way. I want that to be clear. But I dropped off at a very, after making a very controversial statement, right? So I just want to clear some air up right off the bat here.
Was it the frappening?
No, it was right after the Obama.
He was talking about
thing.
Obama's shelf.
Yeah. So for those that listen weekly, this is the written statement. For those that listen weekly, last week my internet crashed directly after an irresponsible comment that I made about our once and great and always fantastic leader, President Obama. It was my internet that crashed on its own. It was in no way associated with the restricted service. The restricted service has not reached out to me in any way. I assure you, it was just my internet crashing. I also want to assure you all that Obama did not rob, kidnap, rape, or murder a man that he was funding as a webcam boy, funding his porn empire to fund the Chinese COVID factory in California, because the chef knew Obama had utilized the IRS to go after his political opponents in an all-out elaborate scheme to dissolve the Pac-12 while visiting Epstein Island with his husband. Those things did not happen. I want to clear that up. And fun fact, I'm happier than ever, and I am not suicidal.
But wait, are you thinking that you're going to get Epstein?
I'm happy. I'm happy, everybody. All right, so
are you though?
The internet crash was just the internet crashing. Okay, I don't want to start any conspiracies out there. I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that.
I wish we had a Hillary Clinton giggling sound that we could play in the background right now.
Like maybe a Kamala crackle. That wouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
So, question.
Yeah.
The restrictive service. Tell me more.
I can't. Don't put me in that position.
No, I want to know more. What are the benefits? Are they hiring? What's the age limit? Am I too fat to be a part of the restrictive service? Because I'll restrict some motherfuckers. I'll tell you that shit right now.
They'll just. If you're having gay sex and your wife is in.
Wait, so I need to have gay sex to be a part of the restrictive service?
While your wife is in the house.
While your wife is in the House of Representatives, and you answer the door,
there's a difference
butt ass naked.
Yeah, Lee, let him finish the sentence because that brings all the context in the world.
Hey, you're the one that cut him off. I just elaborated
They will
on what
make sure that all your cameras have gone down and that there's no video evidence of any wrongdoing or gay sex.
Yeah, so do I need to have gay people have fun sex? So that wouldn't be quiet. Your wife would hear it if it was in the house.
It's just happy sex.
Yeah, they're super happy about everything because they don't have. It's not marriage.
So are there any desired qualifications?
Did you just declare that gay people cannot get married?
No, I said they can absolutely get married, but that's when the joy leaves, and that's different.
Oh, all right. All right.
So are there any desired qualifications to be a restrictive service agent?
Just mostly corruption.
Okay. All right.
Just the willingness to do anything that these elected politicians demand of you.
That's only for politicians.
Are they fucking electrified?
They are electrified.
Hell yeah.
Is this
it's not like a law enforcement agency? It's a political entourage? Is that what it is?
It's restricted.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Are you sure?
Dude, it's
This isn't
in the
just like a
name.
Hollywood Fixer thing, is it?
It's that information is restricted. It's in the name.
I
Is it
think that's
really
a good
just
plot
Fixer?
point for a Netflix special.
I feel like it's
Restrictive.
just Leaf Schreiber and you. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Like you're just like, hey, Ray Donovan. That's it.
Yep, pretty much.
Is John
All
Voight
right.
involved?
Sure. Yep, absolutely.
Do you get
He's
to see?
producing it. Him and Mel Gibson are producing it
Wait, why is Mel Gibson in this now?
because I thought you were just going with right wing like celebrities.
No, John Voight was in Ray Donovan. I don't think political like
Oh.
that. Like I actually was
That's-
just thinking about John Voight. I
See,
had
I-
no politics associated with that,
Mark
other than he was
Cowbell.
in Ray Donovan, which was about a
And-
Hollywood
and-
fixer.
That's where my mind goes. Is like I don't know any of the movies or shows that they've.
That's
been
why
in.
you're a patriot, dude.
I don't know any of that shit.
I don't watch any of that woke ass mainstream
Not in this small town.
don't know, dude.
Speaking of woke ass media, I saw some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over the weekend.
Oh, was it good?
Dude, I have my 4-year-old daughter with me, and ODB comes on in the background talking about I like it raw.
Yes.
No, not for a PG movie, man.
Look, Wu-Tang is for the children in the
Yeah,
first
it's
place.
always for the
ain't.
children,
No, it
especially
ain't, not for my
ODB.
kid. No.
ODB from day one says all about children.
Yeah.
We've been telling you for 30
And-
years.
and let's put this in the context. All right, we're talking about
hey,
ODB.
hey,
we're
hold on.
talking.
Hold on.
Wait. We're talking about ODB,
Okay.
and the
Oh, wait.
Wu-Tang is for children, and we're also talking about I like it raw.
To be
What were
fair,
they
it's,
talking
oh
about?
baby, I
Highly-
like it raw.
This is a
Oh
highly
baby, I like it raw.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
baby, I
That
like
came
it
on in the
raw.
background.
Oh
No,
baby, I like it raw.
no.
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the
Give me
mic
the
so I
mic
can
so I
take
can
it
take
away.
it away.
Go,
I
come
don't
on.
think I can ever take my daughter to like I'm gonna have to wait till my
Okay.
daughter's 21 to ever take her to a movie again
So
without
wait,
screening it.
so wait, you just gave us like a 3-minute promo on restrictive service, but
Restricted.
yet you
Restricted. Get that shit
want
right.
to restrict ODB and Wu-Tang.
Duper, he's home. Like he's from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. Look at me in the eyes. Like, tell me.
I don't know. What
Tell me
that-
how that's
I don't
wrong.
know.
So wait,
I don't
no,
know
no,
what
no,
you're
answer
telling
my
me there. I
why
don't
are
know
you
It's
what
in
trying
the
to
song.
restrict-
Is that bad? Like,
dude, why are you trying to restrict ODB free speech, man?
I'm not. I'm more than happy for him to go do whatever free speech he wants to
Wu-Tang
do,
Killer.
but not in a PG movie directed towards children.
It's only PG. He didn't cuss.
Yeah, and that
you know who
that is
did?
not
Ice Cube,
it's-
Superfly. Like as soon as Superfly is introduced in the movie, Ice Cube is just like, and I like Ice Cube.
Yeah, because he was on Tucker, right? Like 2
Yeah,
weeks ago.
exactly. Yeah. Twice. But but
Hey, you know, you went on Tucker Carlson. You're all right,
So
Ice Cube.
you're okay. You're okay with your daughter hearing curse words,
No, I'm
but
not.
not the
I'm
word
not.
raw.
No, all of it was inappropriate.
Hmm.
The way that Superfly spoke was inappropriate for a children's movie.
Okay, so that song is not that big of a deal, unless
What's-
you like in the first line. I'll say there is something, right? What does he say at the beginning? Something about pussy. So okay, that's I can see. Don't put that in the movie. Don't put that in the movie.
Yeah. Yep.
But
okay.
then I just went and looked at the lyrics. Actually, I'm gonna look for
Mhm.
that right
Yeah.
now.
okay.
Hang on. I don't want to fuck you. You can't even sing.
It's not that bad.
You had to sing
No,
or something to get some pussy.
You're
Okay.
right. You're right.
So,
it's
no,
over.
that's the beginning. But
You
after
win, you
that,
win.
After that, all he's talking about is just Wu-Tang coming on the swarm. Like that's it. He was just ready to kill. Like he's gonna be everything.
Ooh, I like
gonna
it
be so
raw.
bad.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
what
what
were
I
they?
want.
And
my
they probably
4-year-old
only played the
daughter to
"Like It Raw" part, right? Like it's like background noise to kind of get the beat going.
hear. Yeah, for a fight scene. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And all they sang was the
I think it
chorus,
was a
right?
fight
Ooh,
scene.
baby,
I'm not-
I like it raw.
I don't even remember. Like, dude, I think I blacked that entire moment out because I cannot tell you.
You were that traumatized.
Because I'm just that traumatized. Like I was traumatized.
So
can't
I want to
even
know if your
Fucking
imagine.
daughter is singing
snowflake.
ODB.
Shit, yeah. And then on the way home, my
Can
daughter's
she?
in the back
Oh.
seat. She's like, "Ooh, I like it raw."
Hell
Oh!
yeah, Gwen, yeah. Ooh, baby, I
There's
like
hope
it
for this
raw.
generation.
She can come hang out with Uncle Rick. We'll learn all
No.
about Wu-Tang.
No.
Yes.
I think we've discussed how my soon to be 15-year-old she is found she's got that newfound love for Liquid Swords, and I'm so happy.
dude, it's such an iconic album.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, everything
you might as
about
well start
Wu-Tang.
Gwen right now.
She's wearing my Wu-Tang sweatshirt from 1997. She rocks it.
That's epic.
Fantastic. Not
Like,
appropriate.
that's
for
epic.
a
It's
PG
100%
movie.
appropriate because she's a grown-ass child. She's 14. She can learn some shit.
Yes,
14,
your
15.
daughter is 14. My daughter is 4.
My daughter listened to Wu-Tang when she was 4. And she still doesn't curse. She's going to a great school. She's doing great things with her life. It's how you bring them up and explain the context to them.
Yeah, the context of I like it raw. So, honey, that means that you like to have sex without a condom on.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that because he
Yeah,
wasn't talking about that. He's
what-
actually
what
talking about
else would-
fighting when he says, I like it raw.
Huh? Tell me what that song is about.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to get to the lyrics here. I already sang the beginning part because that's easy. Rain on your college-ass disco dorm. For you even to touch my skill, you got to go through one killer bee, and he aimed for the kill. Where is that talking about pussy? And then he goes straight into, ooh, baby, I like it raw. Now chop that down, pass it all around. Lyrics get hard quick, cement to the ground. For any MC in any 52 states. Come on, you're like, we know this.
Psycho
I wanna
killer
see-
Norman Bates.
Yeah, no, everything you said totally appropriate for a 4-year-old. You're absolutely right.
Music is an expression, man. Like
Mhm.
I to me it's different. I don't know. I taught my kid music is an expression, and sometimes they do use language that is not appropriate, but they're trying to express where they came from, what they are. This is what they
Here's
know.
what I'm hoping for, Rick. I'm hoping that whenever we do expand upon the Take Warning Network and we have a kids side of the entire program.
Yeah.
You were
because
not
you're-
leading that, by the way,
because
because you
you're
hate
such-
every single kids movie ever made.
Because you're such an advocate of this,
Yeah.
I hope it's just nothing but Little Kim like lyrics in the background. That's
Lil'
the only
Kim.
music that we're gonna put out there is Little Kim and Cardi B and twerking, and that'll just be the entire kids programming.
Why?
Why'd you bring up
Because
Lil' Kim?
I
Lil'
just-
Kim hasn't done anything in like 30 years.
I
Yeah.
know, but her album back in the day was raw.
Yeah, it was. So it was like Two Live Crew.
But I thought
I
you
do have
liked the raw.
limits. Like Sam doesn't listen to Two Live Crew.
I mean, let's just put more offensive music out there for little kids to listen
What if
to.
ODB was
overly
referencing raw
sexualized
eggs,
stuff.
dude? I mean, you have raw eggs. Part
What
of
is
your
he talking about?
protein
Cookie
shake.
dough, dude. Everybody likes raw cookie dough.
Yeah,
You think that's what he was talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Who knows?
doesn't matter.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
point is
I'm
that
going in
you know
for the
you
kill.
could have told your
Like-
4-year-old daughter who was 4 that he could have been talking about anything.
Yeah.
You're the one who was like, oh, immediately he's talking about fucking with no
I'm
rubbers
sorry,
on.
Gwen. He's talking about pussy. Like, close your ears. He's talking about pussy, Gwen.
You
You don't
know,
have to do that.
honestly-
You can totally lie to a 4-year-old about what the theory of the song is. You could have been like raw pizza, like raw sushi. I don't know. You could have said anything about food.
You know,
'cause that's what they correlate. They're
I was
four.
actually
They know
curious.
food. Go ahead.
What
Sorry,
what scene was happening when they played that song? Because I know they were preparing for a fight, but were they eating? Because my mind instantly went to them eating pizza and they were getting
No,
crazy.
no, they were not eating pizza. No, it was like right before a fight scene or like
Spoiler
a
alert.
montage or some shit like that. I don't remember.
Lee, he's a millennial. He's a child still. The first thing he thought about when he hears the lyrics is food. So you just have to tell her it's fucking raw cookie dough he's talking about. He likes it raw. And then you can be like, Gwen, we don't eat raw cookie dough because we don't, there's egg in there. And you never
Sushi.
know. That's all you have to say. That's
So
all you have
I
to say.
I should lie to my daughter because there's inappropriate music.
Then
in
as she gets
children's
older
movies.
and you reintroduce her because you should, and I think everybody needs to learn about Wu-Tang.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's when you could say, hey, they're
Reintroduce
actually
what?
talking about some real shit from New York, and this is what they grew up. This is the culture they grew up in the
About-
90s and 80s.
I should have a sit down conversation with my daughter about.
Well,
I can't
eventually
even- I
you
can't even
will,
say
right?
this.
Responsible parent when she gets to that appropriate age.
I mean, yeah, Sam and I have been having a lot of these hard discussions, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's not weird because I'm literally like when we talked about Wu-Tang, we talked about Liquid Swords, and she was asking like, why does he introduce this one movie? Like, I know this all comes from one movie in Liquid Swords, right? And so I'm like, yeah, I'll show you this movie. It's a trip, and I can't even remember the name of the fucking movie now because he's got me all flustered because he can't lie to a 4-year-old about pussy and cookie dough, like pussy and cookie dough. Jesus Christ, Like, it's not that hard. She's 4. Like,
what other serious conversations
tell her
do you
Trump
think
won
Doob
the
is having with
election
his
in
daughter?
2020, and we were like, "Hey, baby, Trump's our president," and she'll believe you because she's 4. That's what happens. She's
Sorry,
as
this-
smart as anybody in the Midwest. Like, that's it.
I feel like you're about to send Duper to a safe space for the 4th episode in a
God
row.
damn it, Duper.
Man,
But what other serious conversations do you think Dupe is having with his daughter? I mean, is he talking about like global inflation? Is he talking about like the war in Ukraine? I mean,
I'm gonna tell you how America's falling apart because this goddamn trans liberal movement. Like,
I mean,
she's like, Dad,
like,
all I'm
the
trying to do.
Constitution of the United States. Like, what
Can
is
we just watch Bluey, Dad? No, because Bluey is a fascist.
I love Bluey. I do.
And Shapiro burned his doll in a trash can. We can't watch this.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't understand you guys at all. At all.
I don't
Like,
understand you. You can't lie to your daughter.
No, nobody. Okay, so here's how that works out. Is like you obviously it goes over her head, right? Because she's not understanding the context of the song, right? And so it's just in the background, like the music is done, and it just goes by, right? That's true, and it flies totally over her head. It's still inappropriate.
I'm 100% behind you, Dupe. If they played Wet Ass Pussy.
The dude, just wait for the next Shrek movie to come out. It'll be there.
No one.
No,
It's okay.
I don't know.
It's just not, dude.
Hey, Dupe.
I don't know.
Dupe, can you give me a thumbs up real quick on camera?
No.
No?
No.
Because, I mean, you look like you voted in Iraq. Like, why is your thumb all blue?
Because I had to erase the dry erase board.
Oh.
The story's not that exciting. I'm
No,
sorry.
damn it. I was expecting so much more. I set it up for you
He's
by
in there
voting.
smudging on the hanging Chad.
Let me be clear.
Saddam!
The restricted service did not come and fingerprint me at all. That did not happen. It's just from a dry erase marker.
Actually, I think in Iraq, didn't they do the index finger? I think they did the index finger.
Wait.
Yeah, dude.
Are you taking your kids to go see TMNT?
Well, not now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lies. And the reason
I'm
why
totally
is because
taking
he can't afford it, not because of fucking ODB.
I have 19 children.
You know how much it is to rent out a theater?
Literally.
Well,
It's
he's like the GoFundMe page isn't quite there yet. Like,
I have a GoFundMe page.
yeah, just to take your kids out for entertainment.
Sam and I are actually going on Friday to go see it. That's
Yeah,
like our
it's
our
not good.
day date
It's not
thing.
good. The animation was too dark. I mean, I like
Oh,
I like
here we
some
go.
of the stuff that they did with the animation. It's pretty cool concept, but it's too dark for a
You
kids
just
movie.
don't like animation.
That's true.
I like Puss in Boots.
Don't say puss.
Oh, you don't say puss.
Oh my God! What did you tell your
You
4-year-old
add a
daughter?
Y to that, it changes the whole game.
Oh no, it changes it if you put a Y at the end of it. Yes.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Okay, good. Then I agree.
Jesus Christ.
You're yelling. I couldn't hear it. I'm sorry,
It's not that hard to lie to a 4-year-old.
dude. Why should I have to lie to my 4-year-old? After
I mean,
watching
dude,
this?
you lie to
I
me
told
all
her
the
it's
time.
Why are
If
you
you can
even,
lie to me
dude,
all the
I
time.
bet you if you didn't even talk about it, she wouldn't even notice that song.
I didn't
Whatever.
talk about it. I haven't talked about it.
You're talking about it right now.
Not to my daughter
So why are you worried about this?
because it's inappropriate.
Duper, why do you fret over things that don't affect you?
Oh,
That's a good question.
All I gathered was that the song was about them fighting and the Ninja Turtles were getting ready to fight.
So they put a sick ass beat up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
'Cause you know who mastered that beat, right?
I don't know, Timberland.
The fucking legendary Jizza. What the fuck is wrong with you? Or no, RZA. Sorry, that's
RZA,
RZA.
not Jizza.
Yeah, Jizza does the lyrics.
So, you're gonna tell me that there's not another song in the Wu-Tang category or catalog that could have been used in place of that song?
What I'm gonna tell you is Gwen for Christmas is getting a Wu-Tang book. And maybe an album.
Dude, don't
That's
have her
awesome.
listen to the song Ice Cream because it's not about ice cream. Just saying.
I get the song by Kellis she can listen to. It's about milkshakes.
Oh,
Totally
bring it to the
appropriate.
yard.
So Rick,
It's
you were
Khalees,
just,
Rick.
you've been going on and on about something that doesn't affect you either, and so I kind of we've been going
that?
back and forth in text message, and I want to kind of get your opinion just out here where we're talking. 'cause
Yeah, sure.
Outside of the podcast, we don't talk because we hate each other. But
that's a fucking lie.
according to USA Today, Sound of Freedom funder charged with child kidnapping amid controversy.
I triggered him enough to put it out there.
Office
You did.
successes.
You did.
So
I knew it
tell
was gonna
me,
trigger
tell
him.
me, tell me about how this thing that does not affect you. Why have you been going on and on about it?
I didn't. I sent you one link and I laughed because you went on and on about it.
I did not.
That was all it was. That's called a
No.
troll, Duper. I don't know if you're
What?
understood. Like, okay, so here's what happens. When you know another person may or may not have a reaction when you give them something, you're trolling them usually,
Okay,
right?
Well, they have to have a reaction.
They have to have a
Troll to work.
reaction.
Well, I was 100%
let's-
sure he was going to give me a reaction. He's even putting it on the podcast.
Because I want to. I have nothing else to talk to you about. So you sent the text. You said hashtag for dupe, and then I copy and pasted a part of the article. Right, one of thousands of patrons of the crowd-funded anti-child trafficking film "Sound of Freedom" was recently arrested and charged for child kidnapping. I said, plus it never really says what the story was. Most kidnappings are one of the parents. That's what I say, and that's me triggered. Obviously, I'm very upset whenever I say those text messages. And then you say LOLOL. I don't know why you put more OLs in there.
Because I was laughing that much.
You played right into my hands, ha ha ha, like the Joker.
You know what I'm pissed about? I didn't have the signal, but I wanted to send you the GIF of the guy with the long mustache, like twirling it, like all evil like. Like that's what I was trying to send you.
And then you said literally every right-wing site is saying those words verbatim. And I said facts and logic. And then you said ha 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 ha. And then you start talking about the Pac-12 is dead. Like that dude.
Yeah, because it doesn't affect me. I don't really care. I was just trolling you. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Obviously I was triggered. And then I mentioned that, Obama's okay. He's a hero and he did not rape or kidnap or kill a chef. So dude, yeah, that is what you consider triggering me?
I feel like if I get a reaction out of you and then you hold on to it for a few days and you bring it onto a podcast, I feel pretty good about it.
Well, no. The only reason why,
because you thought I was going to have an opinion about this.
No, because Preston texted me and he's like, ha ha ha. Rick thinks Rick is bragging about how he triggered you about the Sound of Music thing, or Sound of Freedom thing, and I don't what.
So, dude, what I want to know is, have you talked to your daughter yet about the Sound of Freedom? Have you had that conversation about, the seriousness of child trafficking and things like that?
I have had that conversation with my son.
No, not your son. Your 4-year-old daughter who you hate rawness.
Whoa. Okay, Greg, let's just rewind a little bit. Let's start that sentence over and just do that totally different.
Yes. So have you talked to your 4-year-old daughter about this movie? Because you think an ODB song, you can't lie to her about that. So I was wondering if you can lie to her about this movie.
The movie was so forgettable that she's not even brought it up again.
I don't know what's going on. Why are you guys throwing up fucking hand signals? What the hell is going on?
I saw Rick doing something, and I got interested to see if it would work on my camera, but it's not working.
It's not working. Yeah, it's not working for me anymore.
What is it?
Giving a thumbs up.
It turns out that the camera reads your gestures, and if you raise your hand and you don't want to click the raise your hand button, you can raise your hand, hold it for a second.
Why does your hand look so tiny right now?
Look at that, Trump. And then all of a sudden, look at that. I've raised my hand in the. This is amazing. Sorry, technology.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. So I'm sorry. What were we talking about this movie again? What do you want to talk about?
Sound of Freedom. I don't know why you're so in favor of child trafficking and of the Wu-Tang.
Keeps costs down.
I like it raw to children. I don't understand it.
Okay, well, it's not called I Like It Raw. Do you even know the name of the song? Did you forget? 5 years ago, you were a pretty hip guy. You would have known the name of the song.
Dude, no. Honestly, I don't know names of songs. I don't know lyrics.
Yeah, you don't know lyrics. That's why you're freaking out over this.
No. Go ahead and read.
Did they play the entire song, dude? Did they play the whole song?
Go ahead and read that song again.
Yeah, but did they play the whole song, or did they just play the I Like It Raw?
Rick.
That's a real question. You're answering for me by not answering.
I was black. I was.
Whoa!
I was blacking out.
Whoa!
Wait, I want him to finish that sentence.
Go ahead.
I was blacking out. I was blocking it all out, and so I can't tell you specifically what happened. I was just in such shock that was happening.
Okay,
during the
so
children's
I'm
movie.
gonna go see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this week, and I will let
Mhm.
you know what actually happened.
Yep, it happened.
Okay. It looks
It's
like a
probably
pretty awesome
so
movie. I'm excited for
underwhelming
it.
too, Rick, that you're gonna ask yourself why we spent 15 minutes talking about why we needed to
That
talk
actually
about
will
this.
frustrate me more than whatever he was just saying. Why does this bother you, Rick?
Rick's gonna be like, Rick's gonna be like, we talked about this for 15 minutes about a 30-second segment, 30 seconds in the movie.
And nobody even cares
we
about.
did. I do.
And boycott it.
Did you just call me nobody?
Go be woke in your dark room right now.
Well, America is boycotting it. It made no money the first week.
But the restrictive service obviously hasn't done a good enough job because it's still out there. Duh.
So this one's more of a public service announcement that I want to go over with everybody. Lee's got his antennas up right now. He's curious as to what's happening. But a couple weeks ago at my work, a woman had a seizure, right? Like she falls to the ground. And so what do you typically do in that situation?
Run.
You call 911, right?
Oh, I call 911. Yes.
Right. That's what you would do, Rick?
What? I'm looking at the box office receipts here.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, nothing. It's made no money.
Yeah, but it's got a wide open August. It's going to make plenty of money. It was going up against a lot of shit at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it was literally going up against Barbie and Oppenheimer. It's not going to
Haunted
and
Mansion.
the Meg. And China, China's
the
Meg.
Meg 2. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, China.
I mean, totally understand why that was just not making any money. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
It'll be fine. Kudos to Barbie for making $1 billion.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this later, but tell us, why do you hate our friendships?
Dude, I'm trying to tell you guys about this 911 experience.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you were mentioning that. I zoned out there. Yeah, tell us about your 911 experience.
And we try to call 911 and we get put on hold for minutes, right? Like somebody's actually having an emergency and we're trying to get help for that person. And like I ended up having to call like a paramedic company who transferred me over to the fire department, and then they got somebody there immediately. But 911 was not useful at all. And so come to find out in the Vegas area, there's an urgent need for 911 dispatchers.
Do they have the same qualification requirements as the restrictive service?
They probably pay less.
Probably why no one's doing it. Actually, I've known quite a few people who have like applied to become dispatcher, and they like go through the process and like they go through the interview and all that. And like during the interview, you actually listen to like real world like 911 tapes of like fucking people getting murdered and fucking like atrocious shit, right? And they do that on purpose to see like who can make the cut or not. So it's definitely like no joke. Like,
oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I could definitely understand why there's a dire need, and I'm assuming it's not just Vegas. I'm assuming that's probably a nationwide thing, right? But
yeah,
I mean, that's no joke, dude.
Nationwide. Police too. I saw LAPD is at the lowest population that it's ever had, at like less than 9,000 or something like that. Officers. They've never been that low.
Yeah,
9,000.
So even if you can get a 911 operator on the line, they can't even dispatch a police officer to come help you.
Yeah, that's true.
Another
reason to
well
take some some EMT, not EMT, but some CPR classes and be prepared. Prepare yourself. You never know what's going to happen, man.
Yeah, but little can help you if you're having a seizure.
100%. You just got to ride it out.
Ride it out.
That's all you can do. Ride it out.
But can you like imagine if this situation was a little bit different and somebody's in it stabbed or shot, like there's like a active threat, right? And I'm on hold.
But part of that problem too is that people call 911 for the stupidest shit. Like, oh, I got a fucking splinter. Oh, let me call 911. Like, no, dude, 911 is fucking for emergencies only, not because you're lonely and you want to talk to a dispatcher, or because you got a splinter, or you fucking are trying to order a pizza through 911. That's also part of the problem. It's a huge problem.
Have you ever ordered a pizza through 911?
No, because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Who would do that?
It happens, bro. Like, dude, just do research on it. Dude, people call 911 for the stupidest shit.
Do they get fined for that? Is there any penalty?
I don't know.
I'm
assuming that they could,
There should be
But-
a hefty fine that's tagged along with that.
And I think that's part of the reason why a lot of, and I have no idea. I'm not a cop. I never was a cop or EMS or law enforcement or any of that shit. But I would assume that that's why a lot of law enforcement agencies created their non-emergency line. So they would hopefully, with the intent of freeing up the emergency 911, so like in Vegas, it's not, is it 311 in Vegas? I think the non-emergency line. But anyway,
311 or 611, I don't know.
Yeah.
But-
This one's information, right?
I would say that the
411's
lesson
information.
the lesson that I learned from that situation is to make sure that you have local your local fire department, police department phone numbers on hand, right? Because
Yeah.
911's not dependable anymore. You need to call the source now. Unfortunately, that's just
Did you ever get an update from that person? Are they okay?
no. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm sure that they were fine. Well,
Hopefully.
I know what happened, so but I don't want to put their business out there. So
Well, you're not mentioning any names, but okay.
yeah.
Hopefully they're okay. Yeah.
So moving on to
heard, though,
even
Were you
bigger,
playing ODB in the background of your store though? That would have probably
Baby,
made
like it raw.
So even bigger news. All right, Rick, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Natalie Portman and her husband Benjamin Millipede, is that
This
how you
this is from us texting earlier.
are separated
Yes.
on the outs after his affair?
She's moving back to LA.
Yeah, yeah. You got a track
From where?
rider or what?
Where is
I'm
she at
letting
now?
you know that the fates have arrived and things are changing. The warning's been there. I already asked Greg today to break it to my wife. But Rachel already knew. Like, we'd already had this discussion. Like, if Natalie Portman, like, we can't be in the same area together because the chemistry is going to be too strong to resist. I mean, what are you going to do with my charm? So I can't just turn that off. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll give you guys some updates in the future as to how things go. Rachel understands. She totally understands, takes it in stride. Things are what they are. But Natalie, I'll see you. Hopefully.
So I don't. I'm not fully understanding this because you're saying
Nothing's
that the
gonna
chemistry,
change.
the
Nothing.
chemistry is too strong, right? So like if you guys are
Yeah,
too
between
close
Natalie
together-
Portman and I, yeah.
Yeah. So what happens when you guys are actually in the same radius?
Dude, it's magical. You wouldn't even understand, dude. I mean, it's hard to fathom. There's lights, there's doves and stuff. Some quiet
Okay,
angelic
okay.
music. And it's just like perfect. It's just like
ODB
this
in the
perfect
background.
Yeah, but it all starts with a meet cute, right? Like we just
Okay.
bump into each other somewhere in LA, and I'm like, oh, boom, I'm sorry.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Natalie,
At
I
the,
know, and I feel like
at the
I've known you my
organic
whole
market,
life.
right?
and I'll be like,
Yeah, because
well,
she's
I
like
feel
super vegan times 12.
dude, I can do it, dude. I will change.
You can be better.
It's okay.
It might cure your beatus, Rick. I mean,
I don't have beatus, but
Mm,
I'm just fat. But it'll cure that.
that mask you have to wear every night that might go away.
speaking of mask, I know I sent this in the text, but just for the rest of our group, are you gonna do the whole like Borat, like chasing Pamela Anderson around with like a burlap sack, and you're gonna go see her at a fucking mall and put like the burlap sack around her?
No.
Oh, what's your game plan? Is it the same game plan as when Dupe tried to get Shakira in Spain?
So here's the deal. I'm gonna throw this out here. I don't have to do anything. Again,
Oh,
I don't know if you understand what fate is, but this is
You
out
don't
of my
have it.
control. Like we have this magnetism and we're drawn. That's the way it is. So she was married for like 15 years too,
Yeah.
right?
Speaking like a true
have no
stalker,
idea.
man.
No,
So
no,
you're
I'm not
hoping-
going to her. She'll be here. She'll come.
Oh,
I
so
don't-
you're hoping that she's just willing to just fuck anything.
I
that
feel like
moves,
she's flying
including
back
you.
to LA because she remembers.
Dude, you might have better odds of getting with Tay Tay than you will.
She
Natalie.
remembers that you
Oh,
once
shit.
saw one of her
Oh,
movies.
dude, I will fucking give all of you up for Tay Tay, and not even for any reason other than
hold on,
goddamn
hold
the
on.
money.
The fact check was 11 years they were married.
They were married for 11. I knew it was a long
Yeah.
time. She moved
So
to France.
Portman or
man.
Tay Tay?
What?
Portman or Tay Tay? Are
Yeah,
you
so-
are you already moving on from Portman? Like
No. So like
What
Natalie is a
happened?
deeper cut, right? Like that's deep.
what?
But Tay Tay, yeah, that's all money and fun. And she's gonna write an album about me. Like that's awesome. I'd be immortalized in song. You think her first song would be like, "Ooh, baby, I like it raw." Ooh, Ricky, I like it raw.
No, her first
Like,
her
goddamn.
first song would be "No, I'm not doing anal."
Not in the butt tonight.
Ricky did me raw, 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 raw. Ricky did me raw, 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 raw. He shook it off, shook it off. Oh, oh.
I mean, she's not bad looking, and she's in our age group. She's within like 8-9 years of us, right? 8 years, I think.
She's probably in our age group.
Rick, I love your
Probably 4 or
confidence,
5
man.
years.
I really do.
Dude, it's not even confidence, dude. It's just knowing. It's just knowing. And really nothing's gonna happen unless I go to LA and she's there and we have this meet cute and we turn into that meme where like the girl is looking back at the angry guy that's looking back at the other girl while they're holding hands, because that absolutely will be what happens. Like,
Who knows? Maybe we'll be lucky enough to share a quinoa bowl or something.
yeah.
You know?
She'll be like, do you like vegan quinoa? And I'll be like, yes, I do actually. Let's enjoy this. Like I could talk to her about the bulgur wheat that I eat instead of rice. And we can,
Well, yeah, I need something here from you, buddy. What's the over under on this happening with Rick and Natalie?
how would you do
Portman?
an over under? Is that time frame? Is that
Yeah,
percentage?
what do you want for the over under here?
Whatever you want, buddy.
That's a number.
Whatever I want.
Well, let's. Okay, so the
What's
over
an over under? You have to give us a number for over unders.
ever like
Ever. Well, that changes the odds a little bit.
Infinite.
ever
The numbers are endless.
within Rick
I don't
and
know.
or Natalie Portman's lifetime
Okay, so you want an over under or odds?
that it ever happens. Yeah. Odds that it happens.
Odds. 74-26 happening.
I
Oh.
So you're
Oh.
saying there's a chance?
There's a
All
chance.
right.
That's a
Chances,
very
man.
good chance.
Yeah,
That
I
was
told you I'm
like-
confident.
Dude, that's about the percentage of average that I graduated high school with, about 74%. So
There you go. There you go.
got something going on there, Ricky
I'm
Bobby.
just saying.
You know?
Nat, call me. It's all good.
Call us, Nat. Email us at info@takewarning.network, because I would really love to interview you
Honestly,
about
It's what
what you
needs to
think of
happen.
Rick and what your odds are.
What needs to
Nat,
happen
I
is
just wanna-
everybody needs to tag her
well,
in all of our social media posts.
and I really want her to tag. Where if she wanted to subscribe to this? Where would she subscribe?
She can subscribe to us everywhere. I mean, she can subscribe to us on her favorite podcast platforms, such as Spotify or iTunes or Google Music or Podbean, or the list goes on and on and on.
Are we
and
on any
Rick,
socials?
Yeah, we're all the socials, baby. We're even
All
on
the
that
so-
new thing called Threads, which the young kids think is cool, and replacing that X now. Old people like Dupe use that thing called X, which I think some people used to call Twitter. And we're on the old school stuff, Facebook. I don't know if we're on MySpace, but we're also doing the YouTube. So we're all cool like that. Check
Can we
us out, yo.
create a MySpace account?
Do they still have
Advertise
that?
that. I want to lead with that. That
That was
Yeah.
another thing about TMNT was like it was all like the Zoomer language, like sus and like it was, all that
I love it.
talk that we had with Brendan a couple weeks ago about the wordage that the kids use now. That's what that movie is.
Hit us up, Natalie.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later, Natalie. I swear to God,
Info@takewarning.network.
I'm just waiting for you.
Congratulations on surviving another episode of the Take Warning podcast. Link up with fellow survivors on our social media platforms and send us an email at info@takewarning.network to send your survivor messages with the crew. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and comment on your podcast platform. This lets us know you care, and like your mom, sharing is caring.